You've seen this happen, right? You have a plant in your window, and over a few days, you notice it's leaning. It's deliberately bending itself towards the sunlight. It's so intentional, it almost feels like it's thinking. But come on, plants don't have brains, they don't have muscles, so how in the world do they pull it off? Well, today, we are cracking the code on the plant's secret brain, the hidden chemical intelligence that guides its every move.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll dive into this whole mystery of how plants can move. Then, we'll meet the mastermind hormone that's pulling all the strings. After that, we'll look at a couple of case files to see exactly how this chemical works its magic. And finally, we'll see how we can actually hack the system. All right, let's start with the central puzzle. To survive, plants have to respond to their environment, just like animals do. The only difference is they do it in super slow motion. That simple little observation you've made 100 times is actually a really deep biological question. I mean, the plant needs sunlight to eat, so it has to find it. But without eyes to see or a brain to process, how does it know where the light is? The answer isn't a nervous system. It's something way, way cooler. You see, the whole secret lies with a group of really powerful plant hormones. Think of them like chemical messengers, running the plant's command and control center, directing growth with incredible precision. And the undisputed king of them all is a hormone called auxin. So try to picture this. The very, very tip of every growing stem and every growing root is like a tiny hormone factory. These little factories are constantly churning out auxin, which then travels downward, carrying instructions for the rest of the plant. And its main job? To tell cells when to grow and, just as importantly, how much to grow. And believe it or not, this entire complex system all comes down to one single fundamental principle. It's the secret code that explains almost everything about how a plant behaves. And here it is. This is the secret. A lot of auxin does two totally opposite things depending on where it is. In the stems, a high concentration of auxin is a green light. It screams, grow, get longer. But in the roots, that exact same high concentration is a big red light. It tells the cells to stop growing. This dual function, this split personality, that's the key to everything. So let's put this rule to the test. Let's open our first case file, the mystery of the plant in the window. This behavior, this response to light, has a name. It's called phototropism. Okay, so here's where it all clicks. Turns out, auxin is kind of light shy. So when the sun shines from one side, the auxin molecules literally run away from the light and gather on the shaded side of the stem. Now we have a high concentration of auxin on that dark side, which, according to our rule, tells those cells to elongate like crazy. The sunny side has less auxin, so it grows much slower. And what happens? The faster-growing shaded side literally pushes the whole stem over, bending it right towards the light. It's a ridiculously elegant system. All right, next case file. What if you plant a seed upside down by accident? How does it still know to send its roots down into the soil and its shoots up toward the sky? Even in total darkness, it figures it out. This response to gravity is called geotropism. And the answer is just so simple. It's gravity. See, auxin molecules aren't weightless. If you turn a plant on its side, the auxin will just sink. It pools along the lowest side of any root or stem, and this one little fact, combined with our magic auxin rule, explains everything. Now get this. The exact same thing happens in both the stem and the root. Gravity pulls the auxin down to the bottom side. But the result is the complete opposite. In the stem, that high concentration on the bottom triggers growth, which pushes the stem up. But in the root, that same concentration on the bottom stops growth, so the top side grows faster, forcing the root to bend down. Amazing, right? So, this constant downward flow of auxin from the very top of the plant creates another cool effect. It's called apical dominance. And basically, that high concentration of auxin flowing down the main stem is like a boss telling all the side branches near the top, hey, hold on, not your turn. We're focusing on getting taller first. You see this in real life all the time with trees like pines or firs. They get that classic cone shape because the branches at the very bottom are the furthest away from that auxin factory at the top. The stop growing signal is super weak down there, so they're free to grow out nice and long. So, now that we understand the rules of the system, we can get clever. For hundreds of years, gardeners and farmers have figured out how to manipulate this whole process for their own benefit. The hack is beautifully simple. If that factory at the very tip of the stem is the source of the stop growing signal for all the side branches, what happens if you just snip it off? You literally cut off the source of that apical dominance. Yep, you guessed it. With that inhibitory signal totally gone, all those little side buds get the message it's go time, and the plant's energy shifts from growing up to growing out. This is the entire idea behind pruning a hedge or a bush, to make it fuller and thicker. And this isn't just for looking good. It has massive advantages, especially in agriculture. You keep fruit trees short and manageable, which makes picking the fruit way, way easier. But even better, by telling all those side branches to grow out, you create way more places for flowers and fruit to actually develop. You can dramatically increase how much food a single plant produces. So just think about that for a second. All of this complex behavior, chasing the sun, knowing up from down, shaping itself perfectly, it all comes down to one chemical and one simple two-part rule. It really makes you wonder, if this is the elegant system behind something as simple as a plant bending in a window, what other incredible hidden worlds are at work all around us, just waiting for us to figure them out?